It's only May, but there has been no shortage of viral beauty launches in 2025 so far. I've tested out quite a few of them, and I wanted to let you know which ones I think are worth the hype, worth that viral status, and which ones aren't. There are some really good products that have become staples in my routine, and then others that I think are an easy pass. So we're going to go over them in today's video, some of the most popular viral launches of the year. And then I have a couple of new products that I haven't even talked about on my channel. So let's chat about them. Let's get into it, and I'll share what I think is worth trying. Let's start with this. If your For You page is anything like mine, you're probably seeing LED light therapy masks all over. I feel like they've really exploded in 2025, and a lot of people are starting to use them more regularly. I first tried LED light therapy years ago, and I really had a great experience with it. I love that you can do it at home in just a few minutes each day and get visible results. There's a ton of research into how beneficial LED light therapy is. Now, a lot of the experience that I've personally had with at-home LED light therapy has been with like smaller handheld devices that target one specific area on your face rather than a full LED face mask. I've been curious to try one for a little while, and to be honest, I have had brands offer to send them to me, but I've declined because if I'm not going to spend my own money on it, I'm not going to recommend it to you. And so many of the masks out there are ridiculously expensive, so I just knew that it wasn't something I would personally recommend, even if I enjoyed it, to be honest. So that's one of the main reasons I was excited to try this one from Amiro, and I do want to say thank you to Amiro for sponsoring today's video. This is their Spectra 5-in-1 LED light therapy facial mask. Amiro also gave me a discount code, which that actually brings this mask down to around half of what the other masks on the market retail for. No matter where you're at with your skin, whether you're dealing with current breakouts and acne, you're dealing with hyperpigmentation and scarring, or you have like a dull or lackluster complexion, or you're just looking for those anti-wrinkle, anti-aging benefits LED light therapy can help with, this is going to be an amazing option for you. The Amiro mask actually uses 5 layers of light technique to target multiple skin layers at the same time. So that's actually proven to be more effective than single wavelength light therapy. The blue light is antibacterial and anti-inflammatory, so great to treat acne. The green light helps with oil control and also works to soothe the skin. And then the yellow light reduces pigmentation and blemishes and just brightens up your skin as a whole. The red light is great for repairing tissue barriers. It also has anti-inflammatory benefits. And the near infrared light is just going to help boost collagen production, which is what we all want because it's going to prevent the look of wrinkles and just improve your skin's elasticity. The mask actually has 3 different modes, and each mode combines the different lights. So each treatment will last for 5 minutes. You can use one treatment or you can use them in combination. I usually do firm and glow, and then when my skin is breaking out, I'll also incorporate purify. The firm mode is great if you want to boost collagen, you want those anti-aging benefits. The purify mode is obviously more ideal if you have acne-prone skin or a current breakout. It's going to help control oil and really soothe the skin. And then the glow mode is going to just brighten up your complexion, help reduce dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and give you more of an even skin tone. So personally, I have noticed the biggest difference when it comes to an overall brightened appearance. I film myself, obviously, for my job. So as I've been editing my videos, I was like, my skin definitely looks less red and it looks glowier. Like it was a long winter. My skin was looking dull and tired. And after using this mask, I feel like it has calmed my skin down and it's also made it look more even overall. I also took photos in like natural lighting in front of my window just to get a different perspective. And I could actually see a difference in my forehead. My forehead looks smoother since using this mask. And that was just after a few weeks. I love the design of this mask. Like I said, I've looked into these before and I haven't really seen a company do anything like this. It kind of has this glasses style design, so it goes on really easily. And then this material right here is very flexible, very, very comfortable. It doesn't actually touch your face and it's not heavy. It's super lightweight, really, really portable. And then your eyes are fully protected. There's no light getting in your eyes, but you can see out of the front of the mask. So if you want to multitask, if you want to watch TV, read a book, if you want to answer emails, you can absolutely do that while wearing this. I highly recommend Amiro's Light Therapy Face Mask. It's just a powerhouse of benefits for your skin. And like I said, it's just easy to incorporate into your routine, and that's how you're going to see benefits. If you have something that's easy to use, you're going to use it. You're not going to get benefits from something you won't use. And there are little things that brands can do to ensure that it's easier to use. And I feel like Amiro did a really great job. They do offer free shipping and a 90-day money-back guarantee. And I'll also put a link to this mask in the description box below. I just love everything about it. It has easily exceeded my expectations. So thanks again to Amiro for sponsoring today's video. While we're on the topic of skincare, I finally tried the Byoma Hydrating Milky Toner. Milky toners, I mean, are having a moment right now, but a lot of people are raving about this one. It is absolutely absolutely everywhere. And I don't know what took me so long to try it out. I think I thought, that might be a little bit too hydrating for my skin, but whether you have oily skin, combo, dry skin, you can absolutely benefit from this product. It is very hydrating, but it's also very lightweight, really refreshing. So if you have dry skin, which I already said, but if you have like easily irritated skin, red skin, this product is amazing because it instantly soothes and then it also locks in moisture so your skin is hydrated throughout the day. It's formulated with barrier lipids, polyglutamic acid, cica. So again, it's going to lock in that moisture long term and it's supposed to help restore your skin's barrier. It's also just such a nice experience to apply this product to the skin because it does feel good. It's so light. You just need a little bit. You can blend it in, tap it in, whatever you want to do. And it just leaves your skin looking super refreshed, really glowy, very, very healthy. So I absolutely understand the hype surrounding this product. And now I really get like why people love milky toners in general, but everything I've tried from Byoma has been a hit so far, this included. Okay, so this is something that's been trending again recently. It's been out for a little while, but I feel like periodically, like every few months, this will go viral again and people are rediscovering it or trying it for the first time. It is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. So they do have this in a translucent shade. I have mine in the shade 2. This is a really interesting multitasking product that you can use in a couple of different ways. So they kind of describe it as like a balm to powder that you can use either as a primer or as a foundation. It's supposed to kind of smooth out your skin, control oil throughout the day. So it is nice as a primer. Sometimes I'll actually use it as an eyeshadow primer. If I have a lot of redness, I might use it on my skin to even out some redness and maybe just skip foundation altogether or go in with a lighter coverage product on top, because not only does it create that smooth, even finish, it leaves my skin more matte throughout the day without completely drying out my skin. It does have some oil controlling ingredients, which are great if you do have extremely oily skin, but at the same time, it has products that are also meant to hydrate the skin. So, you know, compared to some other oil controlling primers that can feel a little bit too matte or almost feel dry on the skin, this product has a very silky, very smooth texture. So it's very, very interesting. When I first got this product, I used it, but I didn't use it to like its fullest potential. And since it's gone viral over and over again, I've seen so many videos of people using this and explaining how they like to use it, how they incorporate it into their routine. And I feel like I've picked up a lot of different methods. So I will use it to prep the skin. I'll use it as a spot concealer. I'll kind of use it as like an all over treatment, just kind of to conceal some redness, some dark spots, but it really can be used in all different ways. It's one of those nice multitasking products. I know I've talked about this product from Glow Recipe in at least one video, maybe two. It is their Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush. Now that it is officially spring, where I live, like we've actually gotten spring weather. It is warm outside. I've been reaching for lighter products, more, you know, dewy, glowy finishes. I've been wearing these a little bit more, and I'm convinced more than ever that this product is overhyped. Now, Glow Recipe does market this product a little bit differently. They don't call it like a true liquid blush. They basically call it a skincare product with a flush of color. So it is supposed to hydrate the skin, make your skin look plump and smooth, and also help with dark spots or maybe hyperpigmentation. Because it's meant to be used on the cheeks, it's really only going to treat the area that you apply it, which for me would be like my cheek and maybe up into my temple. So all of that is great, but to be honest, I feel like I'm happy with my skincare products treating those areas or those concerns specifically. The actual formula is nice. It's very lightweight, very hydrating. It blends in pretty easily. I mean, you can use your fingers, you can use a brush or a sponge. These are going to be most ideal for more of a natural makeup day. If you're skipping foundation, if you're just using concealer, a skin tint, a tinted moisturizer, that's when you'll want to reach for this product. If you have a fuller coverage foundation on, this product doesn't really play well with that type of makeup because it is such a watery, thin formula. It will kind of erase the foundation underneath. It's a fun product, but I definitely don't think it's worth the hype. I personally wouldn't recommend buying this if you're looking for a good liquid blush. If you love Glow Recipe, you like the fact that it has skincare ingredients, it's lightweight, it's hydrating, maybe you'll enjoy it, honestly. But if you're looking to get those skincare benefits from your actual skincare routine, and then you're looking for a separate good liquid blush, I would recommend the Saie liquid blushes. They are the same price, they have more shades to choose from, and those look even and they apply more consistently every every time you wear them, and they last well throughout the day. So overall, a better option in my opinion. There have been a lot of viral blush launches in 2025 so far, so let's talk about a few more of them. This is from Saie. I know I just recommended the Saie liquid blush, which I love, but honestly, their baked blush formula was pretty disappointing. It's the SuperSuede Radiant Blush Powder. I have the shade Stella, which I will say this shade is really, really pretty. And I like this a little bit more now than I did when I initially tried it out. The first time I tried it, I was like, that is a terrible blush. It's patchy, it's dry, it's uneven. And honestly, it does still look that way on my skin a lot of the time. But I do think this pairs best with more of a satin foundation or even a radiant foundation compared to like a super matte base. So definitely something to take into consideration if you are considering this formula. If you tend to go in with a lot of powder, if you like a super matte complexion, I would skip over this because it really doesn't layer well on top of a lot of powder. If you don't wear powder, if you like to apply blush directly on top of your foundation, or you tend to go in with like just a touch of powder and overall your base is either glowy or even like a little bit wet or sticky or tacky, this will layer a lot better. But even still, it's not the most effortless blush. You don't get a seamless blend. You have to really work to blend it into the skin. And for the price point, I think it should just be easier to use. The Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes look just as good on the skin. When I filmed a dupes video, I wore them side by side, and you really couldn't tell a difference in the way they sat on the skin, the way they applied. Essence actually has more shades to choose from. Theirs come with more product, and like I said, they're less expensive. They're both talc-free. The formulas are not identical, but some of the ingredients do match up fairly well. So I would go with that formula. On the other hand, there are two blush formulas that I absolutely think are worth checking out. This one honestly surprised me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. I thought it might be okay, but I didn't expect to actually recommend it as like a true favorite. I think it's because when I think of matte blush, for some reason, I automatically think they're going to be dry and they're not going to be flattering on the skin. I don't know what it is. I think it's just maybe the fact that brands haven't been doing a lot of matte products over the last few years. So, you know, going from such glowy, luminous, dewy blushes to matte blushes, there's just such a stark difference. But this one looks great on the skin. It's from Tower 28. It's their Get Set Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush. It's very smooth, super silky. It definitely gives the skin a nice blurred finish, and honestly, it wears well throughout the day. It's very easy to build up. So I went with the shade Long Beach Iced Tea, and I was like, that'll look good on my skin, but it will probably be pretty subtle. Honestly, a little bit of this goes a long way. You can easily build this up to look more vibrant, and I do have lighter skin, so this shade probably won't work for everyone, but they do have more vibrant shades, more colorful shades available as well. I'm a fan of this. I think it looks great, and during the winter, I don't always want a matte blush. I mean, in general, I do tend to prefer a glowy or shimmery blush, but as we head into the summertime, when my skin starts to get a little bit more oily, sometimes I like more of a fully matte look, and this product will definitely come in handy. I've been enjoying it a lot lately. No matter what Rare Beauty launches, it's going to go viral. It's going to get a ton of hype. People absolutely love Rare Beauty as a whole. And there are a lot of Rare Beauty products I like, but there are also products that haven't worked well for me. I will say this one, in my opinion, is totally worth the hype. It is their Matte Bouncy Blush. I actually picked up another shade during the Sephora sale. So initially I bought the shade Hope, and I wore it so much that I was like, as soon as they launch these again, I'm going to grab another one. And I'm glad I did, because this is probably my most used formula right now. I test out a lot of makeup. Obviously, it's my job to test and review makeup. And when I'm not actively testing something, you know, trying something new for a video, this is the formula I'm reaching for without fail, because it looks so good on the skin. It has a smoothing, blurring quality that I feel like other products just haven't been able to nail as well as this. It's like the perfect cream to powder formula. It has that cushiony texture, so it kind of goes on like a cream, and it gives your skin that smooth blurred finish, but it looks like a powder and it dries down and feels like a powder. Very, very weightless, very comfortable. Highly recommend this formula if you haven't tried it already. I do think it is one of the super hyped up viral products that's actually worth the money. Now, this product came out at the beginning of 2025, but 5 months later, I am still loving this product and using it so frequently. It is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter. Now, this is not going to be for everyone. I always preface my review by saying that, because I truly don't think everyone is going to end up loving this product. And I mean, that's the case with everything, but especially this product because it's unique, it's different. It's a glowy powder. It's not a shimmery powder, it's not a glittery powder. It is truly a glowy powder. It kind of reminds me of the Hourglass finishing powders, like their ambient lighting powders, but this one actually has a little bit of coverage. It's also more on the smoothing side. The Hourglass powders are so light, just so fine that you don't really feel like you're applying anything to the skin. This one is a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, but in a good way. Now, it kind of took me a little bit to figure out how to use this. I personally don't recommend using it as a setting powder. You can do that, but I feel like when I use it as a setting powder, if I'm using, where did it go? If I'm using like a little triangular puff like this, it's really going to enhance texture. It's really going to enhance pores. Like when I do that, I see pores that I didn't really even know I had. So if you've tried using it that way and you're like, it looks terrible on my skin, try using a large fluffy brush and blending it all over your skin. I'll show you what it looks like on camera. I took this and applied it over a matte powder so you could see that it added a little bit of glow back to my skin, but I also applied it as more of a finishing powder after I applied my cheek products, and it just gives the skin this beautiful radiance that you can't really get from other products and other powders. It just kind of has this unique kind of glowy finish to it. So it's so gorgeous, very smoothing. If you apply a bronzer or a blush or even a highlighter that really enhances the texture on your skin and you don't like how it looks, take a large fluffy brush, swirl it in here, tap it off, and then just gently buff over that area, and it will diffuse it and bring everything together. It will add a nice smooth touch, it will kind of tone it down, and then it will add a soft glow, and it looks so good on the skin. I did try Merit's new lip liner formula. I noticed that people were talking about this product a lot, and I didn't watch any full reviews on it, and maybe I should have because I probably would have saved myself a little bit of money, but I just saw that people were really liking it, and based on the description, I was like, that actually sounds like the perfect lip liner. Normally, I don't get sucked in by high-end lip liners because there are just a lot of great drugstore options. But lately, I've really been craving something just soft, very natural, because I haven't been wearing a lot of lipstick or a lot of pigmented lip products in general. I'll just reach for like a lip balm, a lip oil, a light lip gloss, but I do like lip liner because I feel like it really makes a difference. It defines the lips, and as someone who has very like light colored lips, I feel like a lot of lip liners can look very intense on me. Even the lightest, softest shades can look pretty dramatic, and I don't always want a dramatic lip liner. Sometimes I want something a little bit more subtle that defines my lips but doesn't look so obvious. So the fact that Merit's formula was marketed as a sheer formula sounded perfect because I was like, it can give a little bit of definition without being too over the top. And honestly, this looks good on the lips as you apply it. I think the fact that it's sheer isn't the issue. It's the fact that it's like a glossy, balmy formula that does not dry down at all. So it doesn't last on the lips. I mean, even if you're just going about your day, talking, writing emails, like it doesn't matter, it fades so fast. So I like the sheer quality. I just don't like the fact that there's no lasting power whatsoever. Please let me know if you have any recommendations that are similar to this, but actually last a little bit longer on the lips. Because again, I like the fact that it's not so rich, so intense. Honestly, I should probably just get like a brush, a very precise brush, and use whatever lipstick I love that's a little bit softer on the lips and just outline my lips. But obviously it's not as convenient as having like an actual lip liner pencil. So I, again, don't think it's worth the hype, don't think it's worth the money. I just don't know what's with brands creating lip products or lip liners specifically, lip contours, whatever they're calling them these days, that don't last for more than, 20 minutes. So Saie ended up launching some new shades. They launched new blush shades, new liquid blushes, and then also new shades of their Glossybounce lip gloss oil. So I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this product, especially over on TikTok lately. And I have to say, I really don't think this product is worth the hype. I personally wouldn't even recommend buying it, to be honest. There are so many other products out there that perform significantly better. And I originally bought this in like a brown shade. I forget the exact color because I actually lost mine. I can't find it anywhere. And initially when I reviewed it, I was like, I don't love the formula. It's just okay. But I ended up wearing it so much that during the holiday season, when they launched a duo, I picked it up because I was like, I really do find myself reaching for that formula quite a bit. I should have gone with my first instinct because I just don't think this formula is really anything special at all. It's not super shiny. It's not really conditioning or nourishing or moisturizing. It is significantly more balmy than glossy. But because it doesn't really feel super nourishing or moisturizing on the lips, you don't get the benefits of an actual balm like you would from something like the Too Faced Hangover Lip Balms, or no, they changed the name, the Too Faced Pillow Balms. Essence has like a liquid lip balm that's really great too. This product just feels very underwhelming. It doesn't really even look that glossy or shiny on the lips. On top of that, it just kind of has a weird scent. I don't know why, but I feel like it smells like cardboard. You'll have to let me know if you have this product. Does it smell like that too? Like part of me would think it went bad, but honestly, when I bought it, like after the initial launch, it smelled like that too. So I feel like it's just that they maybe didn't add any fragrance to it and that's just how the product smells. It has a little bit of a strange taste as well. So it's really just not an enjoyable experience applying this product, wearing this product. I think it is one of the most underwhelming lip products I've tried. And I just think there are better alternatives out there. I really wouldn't recommend spending $22 on that formula. So I feel like I've seen everyone talking about the brand Ultraviolet. It's a little bit of a newer brand at Sephora. It is an Australian brand and it looks like they mainly focus on sunscreen. So I haven't tried one of their like facial sunscreens, but I've heard great things about them. I will say that I did try the Sheen Screen SPF 50 Hydrating Lip Balm. So last year or like the year before, e.l.f. came out with a lip gloss that also had sunscreen and I loved that product. It's such an easy way to reapply sunscreen to your lips throughout the day. I feel like a lot of us forget our lips and it's kind of nice to have like a lip balm or a lip gloss that you like to reapply that you can easily throw on throughout the day. So I tried this one. I got the shade Dusk. They also have a shimmery shade as well. And the formula is really nice. It's a little bit thicker than like a typical lip balm. The applicator is somewhat similar to Summer Fridays. And once the product kind of melts on your lips, it does feel pretty similar to something like the Summer Fridays lip balm. It feels very moisturizing and my lips feel really good once it wears off. And it's just the type of product that I feel like is easy to reapply because it is so comfortable. There's a hint of color. It's very moisturizing. It smells good. This one doesn't smell like sunscreen, but there's a little bit of a taste to it. I almost feel like it kind of comes with the territory. If you're buying a lip product that has sunscreen in it, most of the time there's either like a sunscreen scent or a sunscreen taste. And this one is not super strong. It's not incredibly unpleasant, but it's kind of there. It's almost like there's a sunscreen aftertaste. But for me, it's either that or I'm just applying like my actual sunscreen to my lips, which tastes like sunscreen every single time. So I absolutely love having this product. I'm going to be bringing it with me, throwing it in my purse so I can easily reapply it throughout the day. And I probably will end up picking up the glowy shimmery version as well. Since I'm always reapplying lip balm, I might as well have one that actually has sun protection in it, especially during the spring, the summer when I'm outside so much more. So I do like this product and now I'm kind of curious to try one of their actual facial sunscreens as well, but I'm pretty set in that department. I feel like I don't really need a new one. That to me is a little bit more of a unique product because it's not like your typical chapstick sunscreen. It's more of like a luxurious lip balm that's fun and easy to apply that also protects your lips. The last product is a little bit of a newer viral product. It's from Milk Makeup. They actually just came out with a new version of their cooling water jelly tint. This one is the pH adaptive one. Now, normally I stay far away from pH changing products. I feel like they always turn a very bright hot pink shade on me, but this one got me because I saw someone applying it on Instagram and it turned kind of peachy on them with like a hint of pink. It was such a pretty color. And obviously like the whole thing behind these types of products is that it adjusts based on your personal pH, which I don't know. There's some skepticism behind whether or not that's true. To be honest, I haven't really looked that much into it. I haven't done a lot of research as to whether or not that is a legit claim, but I probably should have known because like I said, most of these products end up looking bright pink on me, and this was no exception. This ended up pulling very, very pink, but it's not as unflattering as I thought it was going to be. And honestly, I wasn't sure about this formula because I hadn't tried Milk Makeup's version of the cooling water jelly tint, even though they're the ones that kind of popularized it recently. I know there are other brands that have done something similar and maybe even done it better, but I tried Revolution Beauty's formula, which I didn't really like, to be honest with you. But this actually applies very well to set makeup. Now, the interesting part about this is it goes on clear, and then like 2 or 3 minutes later, it develops to its full intensity. So as you're applying it, you can't really tell exactly how much you're applying. And they do say to go in with like one swipe initially, and then you can gradually layer it up. So practically speaking, it's not necessarily the easiest product to use because you can't really see where you applied the product, and then you have to wait for it to develop and then go in with a little bit more to kind of even it out. So I don't find this to be, the easiest product to use, at least for me personally. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And honestly, it stains your cheeks and it stays in place even once I take my makeup off, which is so weird. It kind of like cuts through the powder, cuts through the concealer and the foundation, and stains your skin underneath. So this formula might actually be a great long wearing option for the summertime if that's something you're looking for. You can also use it on the lips. When I tried the Revolution Beauty version of this product, I was like, I don't get it. It doesn't apply well. It looks patchy, it looks uneven, but this product goes on better than the Revolution Beauty one. So I do think it is a little bit easier to work with. It stains the skin, so it does last really well. It's very lightweight. It doesn't look like you're wearing an actual blush on the skin in terms of texture. Like, it doesn't look like you layered a cream or you layered a liquid or a powder. It's very undetectable because it doesn't feel like anything or look like anything in terms of texture. Obviously, the color is very vibrant. It's interesting. I mean, I really wasn't sure about this product because I hadn't tried it, even though it had gone viral a while ago at this point. But I do understand why people like this after trying it. This probably isn't my ideal shade. It's not the most flattering on me because, like I said, these products always pull hot pink, and I just don't prefer the way that looks in general. But I do think it's nice that it lasts really well on the skin. It basically stains the skin, so this could come in handy during the summertime. So those are my thoughts on some of the most viral launches of 2025 so far. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Amiro for sponsoring today's video. I highly recommend checking out their LED face mask. This has made such a difference. I highly recommend picking this up. If you try it out, let me know what you think. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.